Hello everyone, my name is Kaylee. Welcome back to my craft room. This is going to be podcast number 2. And I thought I would show you some more works in progress and some finished objects and just some ideas I have for future projects. And first I'll start off with my new pattern. Actually, it's been out for a little bit now on my Ravelry page, but I haven't done any podcast about it yet, so here it is. So this is the actual toy. If you don't recognize it, it is an Odd Bod, and it's from a show that's on Netflix and also YouTube. But my 3.5-year-old daughter was really into Odd Bods for a while, so she wanted me to make her one, and then I did. And her favorite color is orange, so of course she picked Slick, the orange one. And there are other colored Odd Bods too, but she didn't really care about the other ones. And I do have a video tutorial started for that, so let me know if you would like to see that in the comments. And the next thing is a work in progress. And this is also for my 3-year-old daughter. This is a rectangle granny blanket. Again, her favorite color is orange, so I put some in there. I'm going to start it out with white and then yellow, then white again, then pink, then white, then orange. So the last rounds of color will be the white, and then the orange, sorry, and then I'm going to do a white border all the way around. My next work in progress is again for my 3-year-old daughter. Whenever I ask her what she wants to be for Halloween this year, she tells me she wants to be an orange cat. So I started making this really fuzzy hat. And then I have the ears that are going to go on top. So it'll be something like this. And the yarn I used for that was Yarn Bee Snuggle Up in cream and I don't remember what the orange one was called. But here's the cream one, and here's the rest of the orange one. And then with that fuzzy yarn for the hat, I also am putting this Caron Simply Soft. This is called Gold Ombre. So I'm holding that together with the orange fuzzy yarn, and then for the cream I'm using this pink Caron Simply Soft. So I would definitely have that done for her by Halloween. And I also have to make her a tail out of the same yarn, just the orange one though. The orange and the cream, but I'm gonna have to put the cream with a white. This is kind of random, but I went to Joann the other day for craft supplies for a specific project that my mom wants me to make for somebody. So I got 3 different colors of this sheer ribbon. And then I got some yellow satiny ribbon. And then I got some different sunflower options. I'm not sure what I'll be using yet for that. I might not even use those buttons, but we'll see. And next up, I have some hats that I made, and they're on these new heads that I got from Joanne. Which they're kind of funny looking, but they work. So here is my Packer hat that I made. It's a granny stitch, and I put a fleece lining inside. And a pom-pom, of course. So that's the first one of these hats that I made, but I'm working on a bunch more. And hopefully I'll be selling them. And this one is the hat that I made in my time-lapse video I put up the other day. Also granny stitch with the fleece on the inside and homemade label. Now, I really enjoy making homemade labels because it just kind of feels better when I make all the stuff instead of having someone like make my labels for me. I just like to do everything myself. I don't know why, but I guess it just makes me feel like I accomplished a lot more than I did. Okay, next up we have some stuff from my great grandma actually. Since she can't really use it anymore, I got all of her yarn and crochet hooks and just other crafty items. And I've been wanting one of these for a while to hold your, it's that folding basket type thing that you put your yarn in. I've wanted to buy one for a while, but I'm glad I didn't because now I have one from my great grandma. Then along with this I got a whole bunch of yarn and a whole bunch of projects that she already had started, which I'm going to try to finish as many as I can, but we'll see what happens with that. And one of the yarns that I really thought was pretty was this poppin' yarn. I've never heard of it, never seen it, but I just really loved the color. It's called Dried Rose. It's really a pretty pinkish reddish color. It's kind of purpley too, but I think it's just beautiful. And she also had a bunch of old Caron yarn. So this is what Caron Simply Soft labels used to look like if you haven't seen them before. Now this does feel like a tiny bit different than how their yarn is now. It's a little bit less shiny, but it's still really nice. And then the last thing I have to show you today is a bunch of granny squares that my great grandma made. I thought they were pretty fitting for the fall, you know, because it's brown, yellow, orange, nice fall colors. And she already started attaching them, but honestly I think I might I might crochet maybe like a cream around each square and like use the join as you go method, because that's one of my favorite methods to use when I'm joining granny squares ever since I first tried it. I just think it's a lot easier and faster than trying to just sew them all together like this. I mean, if you want this nice flat look, then yeah, I've done this before. But since I like to get projects done as soon as possible, I just like to use the join as you go method. I have like a whole bag of these. So that's all I have to show you this time, but I wanted to talk about a few things, like what I have planned and what I'm working on other than these things. So that forest dragon in my first podcast that I showed you, I am in the process of making that pattern, and it's probably going to take a while because when I designed the dragon, I forgot to write down some things, like the whole what I did for either the front legs or the back legs. I can't remember, but I didn't write it down, so I'm gonna have to refigure that out. But it shouldn't be too hard because it's basically the same as the other legs, just the like its elbow or knee or whatever it would be like on the other side, so it wouldn't be too hard. Also, I have a bunch of video ideas that I'm really excited about, like 2 videos about, like specifically about amigurumi, like one about like my amigurumi journey, like how I started, what everything looked like when I started, and like how I got to where I am now. So I thought that would be pretty interesting to see. And it would kind of maybe give people hope when they get frustrated with their stuff. Like it doesn't look like how they want it to at first. Because my first amigurumi toys were not good. But I'll get into that in the next video, because I'm really excited about that one. And then another video idea of mine is I thought I would show people how to design their own amigurumi, because I feel like it's a lot more freeing when you can design your own things. I mean, yeah, it's great to follow patterns, of course, and especially if you don't have like any clue how someone made that thing that you want to make. But yeah, it's really great to make your own things, and I don't know, that's kind of one of my goals with this channel, is to help people start creating their own things and really let their imagination just do whatever. Another thing I'm really excited about is I got to order lots of yarn from hobium.com today. So I'm going to be waiting for that for a little over a week or so, I think. I've seen plenty of other YouTubers try out hobium yarns, so they made me really want to try it. So I ordered some, and I can't wait to try it out. So there's some amigurumi yarn, and I'm just curious to see what that's all about. Obviously, because I do lots of amigurumi stuff. That's my favorite thing to do in crochet besides granny squares. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you think any of those video ideas would be interesting to you. At some point I would like to do a tour of my craft room, but I I can't do that right now because it's really messy and unorganized and it's not how I want it to be. So once I get that cleaned up a lot, I'll be doing a craft room tour. Also, I'm sorry that some of my videos that I've put up already are kind of dark. I'm just kind of still trying to figure out lighting and everything that goes into filming a video, so just bear with me. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below if any of those video ideas sound interesting to you and if you would like to see them. And if you'd like to see more from me, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you'll be able to see when I upload a new video. And I want to thank you all for the positive feedback on my videos so far. Really means a lot to me, and it helps me keep going with this, so I really appreciate it. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Bye.